Hey guys, this is Manshark Sub LPs. I'm Sub, this is Crusader Kings II, and this is Millennia in the Making episode 168. We're currently playing as Kaiser Almeric the Wise of the Holy Roman Empire. He's the son of Kaiser Baldwin the Blessed, who himself is the son of Kaiser Anselm the Great, and so on and so forth. All the way back to Duke Otto of Saxony, our original starter character, whatever. I'm going to deal with these wars that we're involved in. So we're involved in 3 wars that we can end immediately, 4 that we're going to have to, deal with in time. First one is with Turkestan for this area up here. Second one is with Sembelper for Sebelper. And the fourth one is with the Nagra Revolt for the Duchy of Sayupara, I believe. Sayupara? Sayupara. So let's just get those done. So we'll go to family trade zones as we zoom in on Tibet. Get rid of all of these. Very good, very good. And we'll deal with this one first. Excuse me. Come on. There we go. So that one's come along nicely. So let's just divvy it up, as the case is. I'm not going to worry about bringing the outliner back so that we can see what we've got, because I know what we've got here. It's just these 3 provinces. Fortunately, they all seem to have a fairly sizable number of baronies in them, so we should be able to pick and choose from, people that we'd like. Now, we can't currently usurp the Raj, because it is held by this guy who still holds... No, he doesn't actually hold anything, so that might be yet another example of a forever war, which will be irritating, but that's okay because we can distribute this to the various barons. Assuming we find some decent ones. Yeah, wow. Oh, Bertold's alright, he can be the Baron of Ayodhya. Good. And this fellow up here, Arnulf. Arnulf can be the count of the other 2 places, so he will eventually be our Duke. There we go. Very nice. And let's just set this army to move down here at the moment. But, just before we deal with that, back to family trade zones. Get rid of all of these messages. Let's deal with a Turk. Come on. There we go. Beautifully done. So that's up here. And again, not bringing back the outliner because I know the provinces that we've gotten. Apparently I didn't click on that one. And I think we don't have any barony holdings in here, which is going to be irritating, of course. But what is that? That's the Duchy of Kimak. Can we take that? We can indeed usurp that, so we shall. And let's see if we can find a nice character. A nice man. Catholic, of course. German. Not in prison. Not a ruler. Adult. And let's just see. Order by age. Oh, this one's good, but he's Baron to someplace. The Chancellor of von Mansfield. So yes, he's a, sort of an odd case. We're going to give it to Gottfried here. Gottfried is the Chancellor to a patrician in a republic. I'm not sure which republic. Presumably one of the... bugger it, it doesn't really matter. Anyway, Gottfried, congratulations. You're the Duke of Kimak. Welcome to the nobility. Okay, and I'll deal with moving those armies out in a moment. Just let me finish this other war up quickly. I don't think this one will cause us issues because it's for a single province. But we'll still just check it. Because you never know. Yep, there we go. So it's really to do, this crashing is really to do with the size of a province which goes. Now, unfortunately, that barony did not turn to us because it's held by some other dude. So we're just gonna have to find, somebody else in this list. Hugo von Krainshelm. You're not married, but that's alright. You're 16 years old. That's fine. You're now the Count of Sambelper. Congratulations. And with that, we have ended those wars. So now we can bring our outliner back in. Very good. Now, last episode I mentioned that a loyal subscriber had suggested that we release a fellow named Seinwolf from our dungeon. Make him the Earl of Sussex. Unfortunately, Seinwolf is long dead. I have no idea when he died, but he's no longer in the dungeon, and he was a peasant leader, so I wouldn't have released him normally, so he's probably dead by now. But we found another suitable individual, Caspar here, Caspar D'Asti, and we've marked him as special so we can just keep track of him, and we're going to give him Sussex. There's a little bit of a problem with that, where Sussex is currently held by the Count of Leon, who is beholden to the Duke of Brittany, so we can't directly revoke the title. So our option is what we're going to do is revoke the Duchy of Brittany, give it to somebody else, but in the meantime, then also revoke Sussex. Unfortunately, we can't do that right now because the Duke of Brittany is in a little war, which he's winning. It's this one here. And we can't speed that up or anything, it's just on him to do what he does. Anyway, that particular... I didn't remember who that particular request came from. I didn't remember their name last episode, so I just wanted to go over that again and say that it was Sir Mount who gave us that request. So thank you, Sir Mount, for, giving us a little bit of an objective of what to do, just in regards to managing our realm. And it is an appropriate thing to do, because currently, with Sussex being part of Brittany, by accident, if we were to release England, we would retain Sussex. It would not be great. So, we've got some armies sitting around the place in places where they do not need to be. We also need to put down a peasant rebellion. So I'm just going to kind of move our troops around slightly. They can go there. They can go there. They can go to that one. Yes, that's all good. And these guys can head down to there. And that should be nice. So yes, we can't declare war on the Turk again for a little while. But well, perhaps we could get him assassinated. Because suddenly nobody likes this guy. There's the High Chief Zetsu doesn't like him because he wants control of something there. Toktemus, the former Kargan / whatever they were calling him, Padmenshah of the Ilkhanate, doesn't like him because, usurped title. So he doesn't have a lot of people who like him. He's also got a lot of people in his court. That's actually a lot of people in his court, because he's only got 17 vassals, but 147 in his court. None of them really like him. Most of them are former Mongols and things like that. So that's wonderful for us. So we're just going to plot his murder. Yep, there's the Ilkhanate guy. Let's get that speed up though. Almost forgot about that. So what's Nagra fighting now? Okay, so Nagra will probably win these wars because they seem to have more troops around. I want to say. So we should probably try and take this place down here in Ajmer. What the fuck? Did we actually have a tournament going on? No, surely not. I remember our tournament was weirded out and disabled and stuff. Okay, so this is somewhat of an error. So we've got this guy won the tournament, which was apparently going on in the background. Just, the stealth tournament. we shouldn't be able to have a tournament. We're at war. So this is a slight error, apparently. Not that I'm complaining, particularly if it goes all the way through and we get the bonus from having had the tournament going. Can we declare war on this guy? Well, of course we can. And we can declare war for that bit there. I wonder, do we have a truce with this fellow? We do. That's unfortunate. It's not such an issue though. Yeah, right, we'll declare war on this guy for his land. Nah, fuck him. We're not gonna do that. Okay, my liege. Rotten egg in your thing. So he's blaming his wife for something here. So, because we have a very high intrigue score of 11, we can either imprison the Duchess of York, who doesn't particularly like us that much, but, you know, it's not that bad. We could tell this guy that his evidence is nonsense. We can tip off the victim, or we can arrest the Duke for falsifying evidence. Now, the Duke isn't particularly bad against us. He's not a member of any factions. She is the member of some factions. But I don't want Ulster and York to be kind of united, so I'll tip off the victim and let them sort it out themselves. Oh, what's this? We have a marriage offer from the Prince Mayor of Hansa. He would like to marry our courtier here. That is not a great... Oh, the mayors are never really caring too much about, like, what do you call it? Heirs, really, because they're elected. So yep, that's a pretty good murder plot, and you can see here that the former Mongol has declared an independence. Is it an independence war? No, he's trying to lower crown authority. Well, that's fine. I could attack him right now. It looks like Azov got absorbed back into Millennia. That's great. I could attack that Turkestani revolt right now and just take those provinces back. But what I'm going to do is wait for his armies to actually move out. Because if I crush him too hard, he may say, oh, no, sorry guys, false alarm. My son here has decided to become an underhanded rogue. That's a bit better than... No, that's exactly what I have. Yeah, that's alright. We should have probably traded him off again. He would like some land, though. Well, you know what, son? Assuming that this crap in Brittany finishes at some point, I think they've stalled it and they're just sort of sitting there. It's really annoying. I can't even see what's going on properly. Now we've got another kingdom that we can create, the Kingdom of Kassala. That's that realm there. Very nice. Do that then. And we've got 50 tech points. I would actually like this in any of these categories, but what would be good for us? What would be good for us? Yeah, you know, I'm pretty ambivalent, so I'm just going to say military. It went to military. Great. Okay, let's continue on. Sravasti converted. Is our chaplain in an appropriate location? Yep, good. That's fine. Oh, and we were going to release Nubia. Nubia isn't actually part of the independent slot at this moment. I really want to deal with that before I release, like, Nubia. Yeah, so we may not release him this episode. but he is definitely next on the list. Alright, so is this a new guy up here? Nope, so still 5 years before we can declare war on the Bengal Empire. Alright, bugger it, let's take this guy's land. So we're going to have a holy war for Jharkhand. Just send our troops over. The supply limit isn't great, but it's not terrible. So that'll be fine. And now that our troops are in position to strike at this guy, we're not going for a holy war for it, because we're just going for a de jure claim. That will still give us the land, but it won't give us all of the, bits and pieces in there. So it shouldn't cause too much of an issue, because it's our de jure claim, not one of our duke's de jure claims. We do have several of those ducal de jure claims to, deal with. And we'll just have to handle them as they go. This guy's on his way out because he's got syphilis. Not too much of a concern. Just going to move this army over here so that we can strike both of these places at once. If this war here was a revolt for anything other than lowering Crown authority, I might let them win. Like on their side of things. Just because lowering Crown authority is kind of, shit. It doesn't do anything for us. Okay, that's great. Additionally, I'd really like this assassination plot to go ahead. A little bit of lag right there. Okay, we should have another kingdom integrate at the end of this year, which would be great for us. Okay, so we've got a bit of poisoned wine for the Khan. Okay, very good. We will just try and blitz through these places. Both of them, actually. Okay, we've got plus opinion of the King of Nubia. That's wonderful. And the population of Kol is converted. I'm going to move the Chancellor at this period in time. Let me see. Independence is currently headed by the Doge of Thrace. Alright, you know what? We'll give that one a shot. So we're going to dump our guy in Frake, which is this place here. Very good. And we'll just see how that goes for us. The problem with trying to get positive opinion with the Doges, this is also a problem with the Pope, is most Doges and Popes are of a fairly advanced age. So you don't have as much time to bolster up opinion with them before they die, and all of that opinion is just wasted. We have a peasant revolt in Socotra. That is supremely annoying. I'm kind of hoping that the armies of the Arab Duke can withstand them. We have a peace offer. We're going to just accept that straight out, and yep, that's great. So that was the one up here. Now that's surprising. That's actually very surprising because he was a revolutionary, but he's decided, fuck it. He'd prefer to give up to me than to somebody else. Okay, so this guy up here is pretty good, but we're just going to do a little bit of house cleaning first. Okay, so we can revoke these baronies and all that sort of stuff. We're going to revoke these instead of asking them to convert religion. So we can do that, to demand religious conversion, because they're also Hindustani, which is nowhere near our culture group. So we just revoke as much stuff as possible, and we can do that because, they're of a different religion. And hell, we can just do it like that. That's actually a lot easier. And we can always just right-click the places out as they come back up. Benghazi has converted to the Catholic faith. That wasn't where we had our dude, but it was in that area, so that's wonderful. Only 4 more provinces to go for Egypt. Okay, it appears that the Khan has died, but it hasn't given us a pop-up yet, so I'm going to expect that in a moment. How's this war? That war is still ongoing. Oh my god. There we go, we succeeded, and nobody worked out, but it was us. So, we no longer have a truce with Turkestan. So let's... I kind of want to take Khiva off him, to be honest, because Khiva is like it's my stuff. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to try and double tap a little bit. We're going to declare on Samarkand and declare on this guy. So you, it's a whole... Oh, we have a truce with him for 2 years. That is my bad. Very interesting. Right, so we're going to just declare on this guy for Samarkand. Go for it. We can still occupy these places here, and we'll totally do that. We'll actually start with those places. These guys are lacking commanders. Come on, guys, you need commanders. And let you, do things. Just check everybody else, just in case we lost some dudes at some point. No, everybody else seems to be doing just fine. I'm not going to worry too much about those peasants down there. It appears that they're already being dealt with by some dude. By Duke Bernard. So I'm just going to send these guys up like that. Okay, well that was a fairly nice little war for us. We can't get that guy murdered. Okay, let's just attack this place here and see how we go. Okay, so that's already plus opinion with the Doge here. Wonderful. Doge is kind of an idiot. I'm amazed that they actually, let him run the place. We have peace here, we have peace here. We're just going to accept that and chance it. It's not the greatest of things. Okay, that guy has... Okay, so that was this place, so we're just going to create a new vassal there. Come on. Okay, there we go, beautiful, we didn't even crash. So just divide that up, divide that up. Now I think we need to find somebody for that place. Yes, we don't have anybody else in that land. So let's find ourselves the usual. Not my son. Definitely not my son. We have this guy. No, he's a Littlefinger. He's the heir to something. Siegfried. Or Siegfried, however you want to say that. Congratulations. You now rule the county of Munda. Send those guys down there for future. One of these cities, yep, went away. That's good. So I think it's just 2 more here, which, yep. Very good. Now, is that all of the places? I don't think this one has revoked yet. No, it has not. But this guy here, Diepold, he will be the count of a place once we get that revoked. Very good. So just give that up. And now Diepold holds the county of Renfambor. Okay, we've still got 2 Rajas that we can't do anything about. Not much there that we can do anything about, so... they're not chasing them down, so I'm going to have to deal with them. So send them to Banu. Okay, this is still looking pretty good. This war here has not moved at... Oh, it's moved slightly. I feel like the Duke is getting a slight ticking war score, and I really hope that he is, because that will make our work a lot easier. But Let me just see. We can't declare war on Nagra. We can't declare war on the Vigala guys, who are starting to run out of revolts. Though those revolts are still winning. What I want to do is hit this guy up for his land. Down here. And these guys have lost a commander on one side. Who knows why. Give them that one. Just check this army over here. They're fine. Okay, so after that, I think we'll have to have a few... Ah, there we go. So that revolt down here automatically ended in Socotra because they had nowhere to go. They got beaten and it was just like, well, fuck it. We in this land yet? Come on, guys. Okay, that's one place. Good. And as before, we're not really too worried about time in this manner. We're just gonna sort of go about our business. We slew this guy. Now, I believe he was the guy who we were at war with. Yes, see, he was holding that land, so now it's held by this guy. Which probably doesn't help him out too much. Diplomatically tell people why I can't go along with their stupid ideas. Yeah, we're just gonna assault for it. There's no reason not to in this case. But we are gonna wait until the 1st, get over our New Year's hangover. There we go. The Kingdom of Wallachia is no longer part of the de jure Empire of Carpathia. See, Carpathia no longer exists, so we can come up here. Just check that. You can see here it's currently got no titles. It's also got no de jure titles. So for 600 gold and 400 piety, we'll just make the Empire of Carpathia. And there it is. Same laws. All good. Now, I wonder... Where's Andalusia at? Should be this green one here. Yeah, so they're still running under elective, so I'm going to try and increase their crown authority up. Just for the future. So Italy should also be coming along in within 2 years, and that means it will be able to form the Empire of Italia as a titular title. And all that does really is give us a lot more prestige. Because we're like a, you know... We'll be like a Queen Empire, or Queen Emperor. It looks like that rebellion ended itself. How's this guy going? Yep, still 6 years for him. He is quite assassinatable at the moment though, so we'll try and knock him off. And he's holding both this county and this Arg or barony in here. We'll try and take the barony off him first. Well, we just assault through these places. Not much to be worried about. And this is probably one that we'll try and end as soon as it comes up. But yeah, we're going to try that because it's like... we're only halfway through the episode. Our sun is still unlanded, which is somewhat of an issue, but not a major one. We just lose a little bit of prestige. Okay, we're going to saw through some barony, or some balcony, sorry. You know what, we will just stay at war with this guy until the end of the episode. I'm not particularly concerned. We will just go over there to destroy that army, though. Just so we can't take it back. And we'll chase it around if we have to. So we don't have to chase it around, so we'll just head it back up to there. All good. Is this a new guy? Nope, still not a new guy. Disappointing. Okay. It looks like the Turkestani revolt. Failure! Satrap Darab discovered the sabotage that had been done on the railing. The carpenter we used was detained and revealed my involvement under torture. I can't be blamed for building code violations. Alright, so this guy's still at war. His particular war is that independence revolt. So he's just doing his thing. We can apparently arrest Prince Baldwin, my brother, for some reason. Not sure why. Brittany. 93%. Okay, that's coming up. So that's fine. Let's just deal with Turkestan, I guess. Though we're really not dealing with it so much as just letting it happen. He wants to come over to Bukhara. Nope. So we'll stop his move into Bukhara by doing that. And then we'll just follow up all the way through. Okay, so that's probably... Yes, this guy is allied to this little province here that we're at war with. So let's just go up there and smack him up. We have another Sunni uprising in Uttar. Don't know where that is. It's not over there, so it must be over here somewhere. It can't be in the Arabian Peninsula because that's all Catholic at this stage. They have to rise up in places which... Oh, there it is. Yeah, in places which are actually of their religion. Okay, let's just attack through this place. That's just so we don't lose any progress, and we'll attack through the rest of them. Okay, we've got bowmen ready to kill that dude we're trying to kill. Very good, and now you guys can move down there. And they'll get there in a month. That's pretty good for us. Okay, we wiped out that little army from this place up here. That's fine. Not terribly interested in attacking that particular province. Instead, I'm going to send the army over this way. And let's see, what reasons do we have for war against the Deccan Empire? So there's always holy wars. Always holy wars. But I want something that's going to matter. Do you have any de jure ducal claims? We have one on that place. Not good enough. And we have some various ones over here. I think we're just going to go for a claim. For a de jure claim. Let's just do the Duke's one here. That's fine. So we'll declare war like so. Just head on down like this. And I'm not going to try and keep our armies too close together. I know he has 60,000 guys kicking around somewhere, but I'm not actually overly worried about that. How's that law change going in Andalusia? We're only 28. Yeah, little concerning. I think Ireland is also running elective, but we're still waiting for the 10 years, at which point we can swap that over to Primo. Whether we swap it over or not, we may release it before then. Of note, we are going to have to do a little bit of vassal cleaning up there, because as you can see, Ulster owns Argyll, and Argyll is supposed to be part of Scotland. So that's just something we've got to deal with. It shouldn't actually be too much of an issue. No, it kind of is, because we'd have to come down here and retract vassalage of Argyll, and people would not like us and all that sort of business. We'll just have to see. Things could change. We have a peace offer from that guy we're at 100% with. I'm going to ignore that. These guys are trying to move out, but they shouldn't make it in time. We've killed the satrap. Unfortunately, the scapegoat we had arranged to take the blame spilled my name. That really doesn't matter. Like, to us. Really not concerned. Just going to move these guys back down here because we're going to declare war in a moment. And it'll be a very simple county claim, no worries. Alright. Oh yeah, how are these going? Ah, it's quite nice. Quite nice indeed. Yeah, so normally you wouldn't really create republics because they do create instability. Because the republic dukes and doges and all that sort of stuff never like being beholden to anybody who isn't also a doge or a similar title. Sunni Uprising's gone, thank you very much. I'll just send these guys down to there. Go that way, thank you. Oh, you can't. Well, I guess we go down there. Deal with that Turkestani revolt army. You know what? Is our son unmarried? Yes, he is. Let's marry him to someone. Okay, so that's not the best list of everybody who's available, simply because a lot of these people are girls. Well, I guess you can marry the Baron. Baroness. Go for it, mate. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, so we can gain the cynical trait here. We don't particularly want to gain the cynical trait, and we're just going to send our holy relic out to bless the crops and all that sort of bullshit. Okay, so we're not really going to assault some of these places. I'm actually going to get my army to just go like that. It'll take them a little while, they will take a bit of attrition, but we'll be in a better position to defend if the Deccans come at us with a huge amount of stuff. Which is obviously something we would like to avoid. Whoops. Victory up there. Perfect. Just keep at it, guys. It's not going to be a big issue. But this here is the only province where we're actually going to take a fair amount of attrition, in Asagar. And I don't think we're going to be there for too long. You know what, we really should get our guys some land though. This thing in Brittany is just taking forever. 98%, he's so close. Oh, and there's a Steam announcement if you can see that, but it was nothing important. So let me see. Currently our heir holds St. Gallen. My brother holds that place. My kinsman holds that place. What about these ones down here? The Duke of Seville. What? How the... Okay, the Duke of Seville should definitely not own that. He should be owning stuff over in Seville. So I'm gonna put a claim on it. I'll get rid of that. Put a claim on Khan 10. Thank you, Pope. And we're gonna take it. And we'll dish that out to one of our relatives and it'll just be better. Thank you. No. Anytime now, Pope. There we go. And Kutara has converted. I think that was where we had our guy. So we're going to revoke the County of Khan 10. He'll get back to us in 4 days, so he might as well just hang around here for a bit. He has indeed seen fit that it should be revoked. It really should be. He was not managing that place well. We'll buy another castle town in the area, and we'll just give that to Prince Herman. Sorted. Right, so was it Katara? Yes, it was. So it has indeed converted. So we'll send our chaplain to Tobruk. Get that one done. You know, just keep on marching forward with progress. Yep, so we should be out of that heavy attrition zone in a moment. Perfect. Dasapura converted. That's... don't care. Alright, very good. We've got a Tengri revolt. Now see, here's 11,000 dudes. They are actually moving up to Mandapike, which is that place there. And we'll have to watch to see what they do after that. So where is this Tengri revolt at? Oh, up north a little bit. So I'm going to get these guys and send them up that way instead of down south. And coincidentally, the satrap here. We need a county claim, my friend. We could do a holy war and get the lot in one go, but I don't want to do that. I'll do the county claim. He has 13,000 troops. That's a lot. Now, we're not technically in charge of this siege. Now, why is that? He already has somebody doing a holy war against him. So I'm just going to see if we can catch that army. We can. Just wipe his army out. Give the other guy the chance. And just, you know, have that happen. So technically we didn't really need to declare, except for the fact that this guy's managed to raise 13,000 troops out of a single province. I expect most of that is holy orders, because he is the last... Is he Zikri? Yeah, he's the last, basically, of the Muslim group. So there's a 13,000 man army just kicking around, doing things. They're headed to Dasapura. Let's see if we can intercept them before they move out. We cannot. So let's see if we can meet them and get them to stop. Okay, so we'll get there on the 4th. Or they try and move out again. It doesn't appear so. So it looks like we've got an intercept going on here. There we go. He does not have very good commanders. I have exceptional commanders. He does have some elephants though. Still, this is good. This reduces his total number of troops. There's another 13,000 coming up towards us. Good. Good. Now where are they going? They're headed to Eugenie, so we will just follow them over, kill them while we can. We'll actually get there first. I think Friedrich here... Yes, Friedrich here has the planner trait. You can tell that due to the increased movement speed. Okay, and we will continue following these guys down into Mandash. Just to deal with them, basically. These guys will flee into Kipchak, so I'll have to follow them. Yeah, we basically just want to completely destroy any armies this guy sends at us. I think we should have this one. Yep, quite nicely, and now we'll just head that way. We may not actually move out before he does, but he may stop. I don't think he will because he's got guys coming at him, so let's just get this assault here done quickly so that we can move to reinforce our troops. Very good. Just sort of fake a move if we can. We've done exceptionally here. We've already got 2 narrow flanks going on, so that reduces everything. We've got the jungle bonus. They're attacking across a river. I think our guys are fine, so I'll stop that move. Okay, now our guys are suddenly not all that fine because we've got a much larger army coming at us. We're still alright, because as soon as we kill those guys, assuming we don't get a new influx immediately, which we may actually have happen. Okay, so these guys are moving in on the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Actually, that's not quite true. The 12,000 man army is moving to Dara, here. So until that changes its movement order, I am not very concerned. Yeah, see, they've moved there. I'm not sure why. They're now moving to Dasapura, which is that one up there. I'll let them do that. As we continue our long, long fight. Oh yeah, how are you guys doing? You guys are doing absolutely fine. These guys have not moved to Kipchak now, they've moved to Kimek. So I'll just follow them up there. Slowly just kind of deal with it. Looks like these guys have been defeated and they're headed to Maymana, so I'll send my troops up there after they get into that province. And let's just concentrate on this fight. Yeah, so that's a slaughter. Okay, I've got a Jewish exile named Hilla. We'll just see how good Hilla is. There he was. Yeah, so he's a pretty good diplomat, but, you know, usual problems with them being Jews. Yep, so we did take a lot of casualties in that battle, and I kind of expect that to happen. We also captured this guy, who is a pretty good military guy, so we're going to just have him executed. We captured this guy, who likewise has some decent military stats. Not very good at them, but, you know, he's got the stats, so let's execute him. Now, we should move out before these guys get there, which means we'll be in friendly territory. So we're actually going to do that. Just complete the move. There we go. So now we can start restocking. While this army does whatever it is doing. Moving down to Mandapeka. We have a peasant revolt in Lucca. I think that's in Italy. Yeah, it certainly is. Maybe the Italian armies here, the Saracen armies, will be able to just deal with that, and yeah, it seems like they really are, aren't they? Yep, they've made it flee and everything. And they're not going to chase him down, but somebody else will eventually handle that, I feel. I'm just going to kind of let these guys play around a bit, because our army here is still reinforcing. Battle in Samarkand's going fine. Yes, our war against the Turk is going absolutely fine. And how's the other war against the Turk going? Average, basically. These Tengris are moving everywhere. Okay, we have a peace offer from the Turk. We're not going to take it. Because it's actually very close to the end of the episode. Maybe another 7 minutes and we'll have to end it. So I don't want to chance any, you know, weirdness. Okay, I'm just going to send this guy back down over there. And... okay, so now there's 29,000 guys. Only 20 of them are heading up to Dara. The other ones are headed up to Eugenie. So I'm going to try and move these guys out of the way. We'll get out of the way. We'll get up to there on the 9th. They're entering on the 14th. And I just want to see what they do after they get here. Lahore converted. A bunch of messages about people dying, people being imprisoned, people being executed. They're normal. We actually have 48 minor messages. A lot of them are besiege ticks. Factions disbanding. Well, that's interesting. Some call to arms being accepted. All good. Let's just check those factions out. So there's only 13.6 men in the Independence faction. That's not bad at all. Okay, so yes, they're trying to head up to take me on. 26,000. What terrain do we have? All plains. No river crossing there. No river crossing there. I just get my guys to move. Okay, so we've been kind of dicked a little bit in that we'll be getting to places slightly after other people get to places. That's annoying. So yeah, they'll get up here on the 26th. The quickest that we can move out appears to be the 25th, except for into Ujani, but this other army is moving into Ujani slightly faster than we are. This may make them stop their move. We'll see. It has actually made them stop their move, so we'll evade this army quite nicely. Is that a siege up here? No. I'm just going to attack that place because it's got almost nobody in it. Yeah, so we've managed to make it over here. That's awesome news for us, because we can continue with a siege. And just take that place. All good, all good. Now, I do want to get rid of these guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send an army over this way, and we're going to try and come down at them. Okay, so they're going to try and come at me here. I'm completely fine with that. I'm going to stop these guys from moving, though, and just check how long it'll take them to get in. So 21st of February, almost a month. So it's not great, but it's not terrible, I've got to say. And I feel like these guys can hold on for a bit, even if this 10,000 man army decides to come up at us, which they're not actually doing. They're trying to head to Devagiri, which is this place down here, so they're actually a couple of provinces away. Right, let's do this then. Okay, the Holy Roman Tengri revolt ended, so I guess our army finally caught up with them. Let's bring him all the way back down. Just hit this damned army. So yes, we don't want to start these guys moving before the 12th, because then they'll stop. The Rata Empire is offering us peace. Now, this was a de jure war thing. I don't think he's got a lot of vassals who will ever hate him. Except for Raja of Vengi for whatever reason. So he doesn't actually have much of a problem with his realm. That being said, he's trying to come at us with 20,000 guys. Now we'll accept this peace offer. You can see that hasn't really caused us any issues on the attrition side of things. And I have just noticed up here that we've got two truces expiring. The Nagra Kingdom and the Turkestani Revolt. Now of note, the Duke of Mathura took that remnant of the Nagra Kingdom. So when we declare war on this guy, we'll basically be taking either a county claim up there or something down here. We'll probably just go for the county claim just to make our stuff look nicer, so I just sent them up there. So now we have a 10-year truce with the Deccan Empire. We still have 3 years left with the Bengalis. I think I'm going to send this army over that way. Lucknow converted. Just getting a lot of nice little conversions going on. It's really nice. Really nice for us. Wouldn't mind it if this giant swathe of Tengri land up here could convert. There's a little fight down here. Yeah, so he had the Turkmen company. That's not a worry. I'm pretty sure we just wiped most of them out. We will chase them. Just to see what we can do. We're actually at a pretty high point there. We'll just send them over there to actually take the county that we're after. And I'm just going to assault a bunch of these holdings in Turkestan, just so that at the start of next episode we can immediately, without a doubt, declare victory. You can head out of there. And that means you can head down to there. And I'll just attack that place, and that should give us the war score that we need. There it is. Beautiful. So now they can actually head out. Oh look, 10,000 men. He must have hired another lot of people. Unfortunately, he cannot move them very fast. I mean, their movement is direct, like, look at how quickly that's ticking down, and that's because they're recovering morale. But they will not make it in time because we've already started our move. And here we go. Slap. So that was the, yes, the Turkoman company again. And that's actually given us enough war score. I am going to just chase these guys around in the meantime. Just, you know, for the lulz, basically. Oh, and we can end this Luccan peasant revolt. Apparently the guy got done in at some point. And I think that our truces went away, so let's just quickly get this county claim on and done with. We're not the leader of the siege, so that's annoying. We can't order an assault. But it's just something that will be ongoing, and the siege should be very swift, to be honest. Oh, and apparently we had a little battle there, incidentally. How's the actual revolt going? So the Independence War will probably win. I don't actually know where it is at this stage. Do you hold any lands? He does not hold any lands. So that's very irritating. And we probably caused that. But no, we're making pretty good progress. Ah, we've got some more places we can usurp. We can't usurp most of them, but we can take this place here. We can take that. So we'll usurp that. And we'll just give it to our good old bro, the Duke of Mafura, I guess. That's that place. Is that part of the same kingdom? It is, so we'll just give it to the Duke here because he already holds the land within it, and there's no point making him pissy at us. We cannot give that to him because he is currently involved in his own war. Very irritating. Very irritating. So what we will have to do here... there's not really anything we can do here. We should have checked that. There wasn't really any way for us to check it, to be quite honest. But we may just have to destroy that title. So, let's see. De jure it. There we go. I don't want this. All de jure vassals. So let's see if that pissed him off. It did, but he's still pretty alright. And we'll just have to make it in the future. We've also got another one, the Duchy of this place. Now we did want to grab that, because we were going to give it to this fellow right here. And we can grant this to him, I believe. Yep. So he's not in his own little war or something like that. Congratulations, my friend. Ugh, really annoys me that we can't just attack that place down. But we are right at the hour mark on my stopwatch, so I'm going to call that the end of the episode. Yes, that's quite right. And we should almost be able to form the Empire of Rajasthan at some point. We're not going to, but, you know, it'd be kind of neat. We're going to be releasing that anyway. So, before I get any further distracted, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below and I'll get to them as soon as possible. if you... Oh, the Duke of Brittany has ended his wars. Well, that's good. Next episode we'll be able to revoke his shit and fix that issue. If you liked the video, please give it a like, and if you would enjoy seeing more of this sort of thing, well, please go ahead and subscribe if you have not already done so. In the meantime, though, I have been Sub. You have been yourselves. Later.